Preventing cancer with a vaccine sounds like a holy grail of medicine, yet it is already possible to prevent a lot of cancers with a vaccine.
But too many people are simply unaware of that fact, and it could be costing some people their lives. Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with some new research from Henry Ford Health that really shows the awareness gap has grown.
Absolutely, Karen and Devin. You know, many people are aware that HPV, or the human papillomavirus vaccine, prevents over 90% of cervical cancers. That's huge. Unfortunately, research actually finds that awareness has fallen off. But even more importantly, there are at least 4 other cancers that the vaccine prevents that even fewer people are aware of.
My studies showed that awareness that HPV causes cervical cancer has actually been decreasing in the United States since 2014.
According to Dr. Eric Ajay-Boache at Henry Ford Health, only about 70% of people are aware that HPV can cause cervical cancer and that there's a vaccine that can prevent it. To him, 2 reasons jump out. First, there are fewer awareness campaigns directed toward patients. The second,
vaccine misinformation in general has been increasing over the past few years, especially on social media. So a lot of people just don't want to even listen about vaccinations in general.
In the case of the HPV vaccine, that is especially unfortunate because HPV also causes oropharyngeal cancer, anal cancer, vulvar vaginal cancers, and penile cancer. Yet staggeringly few people even know that.
For the other cancers, only around 1 in 3 Americans are actually aware that HPV causes the other cancers.
And partly as a consequence,
HPV positive oropharyngeal cancer is now the #1 HPV-associated cancers in the U.S. It has surpassed cervical cancer since 2019, 2020.
Now here's the bottom line. The HPV vaccine prevents much more than only cervical cancer. It's approved for both males and females, and the more people that are vaccinated, the less likely that anyone would be infected by HPV during their lifetime, making them less likely to spread the virus or develop cancer themselves.
So give us perspective, percentage-wise, how many people are vaccinated against HPV?
Well, you know, so it's interesting. Even though about 70% of people actually know that it can prevent cervical cancer specifically, only about 55% of adolescents in 2020 had completed the vaccine series. And I say series because it is 2 shots for people under 15 and 3 shots for people over 15. Here's the thing, though. When you consider that you're protecting yourself and close physical contacts throughout your life, it really is a great benefit.
And to some degree, you're of course still fighting people who have a suspicion of all vaccines, right? That exists.
Vaccine hesitancy is a real thing, but this is a great value in terms of what it can prevent big picture.
Yeah. All right, Doc.
Well, do you have an hour to help save a life? Blood donors are needed right now in our community, and you can donate tomorrow from 11 a.m. to 4:45 p.m. at the Gardner White stores in Auburn Hills, Canton, Howell, Novi, Saginaw, Shelby Township, Warren, and Waterford. You can find all the details and the link to make an appointment at clickondetroit.com. Every 2 seconds, someone in the U.S. needs a transfusion of blood or platelets, and it really is so important to make sure that that blood is available when patients need it.